Zdzislaw Beksiński, 1929 to 2005, was a Polish artist who painted pictures in the force of dystopian surrealism, often really dark and scary, but nevertheless strangely attractive. As a work of art can be attractive at first glance, unpleasant, but undoubtedly talented. In his paintings, one can easily find echoes of war, the widest range of negative emotions embodied in the form of various nightmarish images, but this did not prevent them from being recognized worldwide as fine examples of dystopian art. However, Beksiński had every reason to paint such pictures, rather than cheerful angels and cute kittens, because his life was not the easiest and happiest. His childhood years came at a very difficult time, the Second World War. In the Polish town of Sanok, where he was born, over 30% of the population were Jews, and the Nazis who occupied the country ruthlessly destroyed them. So death and war were familiar to Beksiński from childhood. After the war, Beksiński studied at the Krakow University of Technology and worked as a bus designer, but he frankly disliked this work. Art attracted him much more. He decided to become a surrealist painter, and even, despite the lack of artistic education, created paintings, which were willingly bought. His first paintings were saturated in color scale, were distinguished by bright expressionist colors and detailed images. Subsequently, the colors became duller, the images more abstract and formalized. One thing remained unchanged: the gloominess and anti-war orientation of his paintings. This is dystopia in its purest form, often very scary, which would quite do honor to other horror. But at the same time, all his pictures are interesting and not banal, and certainly do not leave anyone indifferent, survive a variety of emotions, from delight to outright rejection. Beksiński himself said that he himself does not put any special meaning into his paintings and offered his viewers to interpret them in their own way. But this is what is often interesting about his works. They are graphic embodiments of our hidden fears and partly help us to cope with them. However, some of Beksiński's paintings vividly depict his childhood experiences. For example, the painting War, which depicts a character wearing a Nazi helmet rendered in the color of the Prussian blue, that appeared when Cyclone B, the dreaded poison used by the Nazis to exterminate people in their death camps, was used. "I want to paint like I could photograph nightmares," Beksiński said. The real success came to Beksiński in the 1980s, but here, in his personal life, had to endure a lot of tragedy. His wife died of illness, and his son committed suicide, and the death of the artist was quite in the spirit of his paintings. Over him, appointed guardianship, and 20-year-old son of the guardian Robert, for some reason stabbed the artist 17 times. Maybe it was better to paint cheerful landscapes, and art is always projected onto the life of its creator. The case of Beksiński gives much food for thought on this topic. Thanks for watching to the end. Likes and comments are a great way to support the channel.